Hi, I'm Louisa Sijabat, a liquidator and bankruptcy trustee. So today's question is, what happens if someone goes bankrupt and they're the beneficiary of a trust? The answer to this question depends on what kind of trust they're the beneficiary of. If it's a discretionary trust, it is common that during the period of that person's bankruptcy, which is typically 3 years, that the trustee will typically choose to exercise its discretion and not distribute any amount to that beneficiary who's bankrupt. Now, if it's something like a unit trust, if the trust has any distributions during that person's bankruptcy, the trustee typically doesn't have that sort of discretion and must distribute what is to be distributed in proportion to the units. So, in this case, any amount distributed in relation to the bankrupt's units would go to their bankrupt estate. One of the other things to be aware of, if there's a trust involved, is have a look at the trust's financial statements, accounts, its balance sheet. Is there any amount stated as owing to the person who's bankrupt or about to become bankrupt, sitting there as some sort of payable by the trust or trustee to that person? Because sometimes this happens, especially with smaller trusts or family trusts, because if that person goes bankrupt and hasn't received that amount payable from the trust, that person's bankruptcy trustee can ask that person's bankruptcy trustee can ask the trustee of the trust to pay that amount payable to the bankrupt estate. I hope that makes sense and I hope that helps.